Awesome, perfect job.
Yeah, just fine to see that. Yeah.
That should be part of our website.
Not recently, but we should at some point. And now that we're getting started,
Brian. Good? Yeah, we're good to go. We're recording it with my phone and taking pictures with my phone.
Good afternoon. We are just going to start in about 5 minutes here, so just a reminder, there's some coffee and some water on the back table there, so if you're thirsty, take a moment, something to drink a little bit. We'll get going in just a few minutes.
I guess it is my little okay.
Well, that's usually for particular times. I read that, I was like, filter earlier.
You an astronomy buff?
Good afternoon and welcome. We're going to begin here right away, so we'll get people to take a seat and we'll start with our celebrations. Okay, Itamasitsko, which means I am Bill Forth, the principal of Chinook, and your MC for our celebrations this afternoon of the open solar system model, the launch. It's the terminology we're using, the launch of the solar system model. So, welcome to Chinook High School, and on behalf of the Lethbridge Astronomy Society as well, welcome to this. It's been a while, but it's nice that we could get together on such a nice day, and it was delayed, but it's nice that everything's up and running, and now we can have this really nice send-off for the Solar System Model Project. First of all, with gratitude, I would like to acknowledge that we are gathering and celebrating on the traditional lands of the Siksikaitsitapi, which are the nations comprising the Blackfoot Confederacy, which is the Kainai, Pagani, and Siksika. The Blackfoot nations act as both the traditional and current keepers of the land, welcoming people from other Indigenous territories, including all signatory nations of Treaty Number 7, members who call the city of Lethbridge home. Chinook High School is excited to participate in this in this launch. It's funny, I've been telling people, the kids have been asking because we announced it, but they kind of forgot what's going on. Oh, we're opening the solar system today. Hasn't that been open for a few billion years? No, the model. Yeah, no, not the solar system. Although I guess it depends on how you look at timescales. It's either a short time or a long time for it to be waiting to be open. So welcome that. Welcome to here. And we'd like to welcome the many speakers and guests who are here today. So I do have a list, and I apologize if I miss you. I'm going off the RSVP list. So if I'll have an opportunity at the end. If I missed anybody, just stand up and you can say, no, I'm here too. First of all, I'd like to welcome Shannon Phillips, our MLA for Lethbridge West, representing the government of Alberta. Mayor Blaine Higgins, obviously Mayor of the City of Lethbridge. Christine Light, who's Christine Lee, Associate Superintendent of Business Services and Operations from Lethbridge School Division. Tom Anderson, Astronomy Society President. And the guy with the accountant. Klaus Jericho, Terry Sadie from the Astronomy Society. Daniel Heaton, Director of Facility Services for Lethbridge School District is here. Division. Caitlin, I'm going to pronounce your last name wrong, but I apologize. Caitlin Gajdozik. Okay. Who Charlene Davidson, also at the Community Foundation of Lethbridge. Lori Harrison from the City of Lethbridge. go already? So, oh, there she's in the back. Okay, she's hiding in the
Look at Glory.
Yeah.
Look at Glory.
Trevor Tabish from Bourne Industries. Darren Martins from the Galt Museum and Archives. Mike O'Brien from the Outdoor Museum. Paul and Hilda de Jong from Did they make it? They're there in the back. Barb from Lethbridge Public Library. And Dr. Kevin, the former high school, here at the beginning for the opening up of this project. So welcome. So now's the time. Let me know if I missed anybody that really wants to be right. Okay. So we'll move on with our ceremonies. First up, I'd like to introduce Klaus Jericho, who is going to talk a little bit about the early history of the project and the building support. Klaus.
Thank you, Bill, very much. It is indeed exciting to be here for this occasion, and I'm so pleased that so many influential people are here. And I please urge you, talk about the project, let people know about it, because it's so difficult to communicate these wonderful things which happen in the city. And this is definitely a positive thing for the city. It's done by this city. It isn't exclusively done by 65 people who were actively involved in one form or another. And so of course I can't remember them all. I have a list of them, but I can't recite them all now. But anyway, I better not delay this much longer, because how did this home from a meeting? Accordingly, a mathematician from the national size for the sun. Is that the city it was exciting to see this, because and by called serendipity. That's good. And it's a big serendipity within the city. Because I know with the earth is well, they want to fly there with these, see? So you have a little perspective as to what the hell is going on there. Because they took a lot of effort from a lot of people. And There's only one other one in Quebec, on the Mount Megantic Observatory. Sun. Ours is living with us in the city. So perspectives and it city planners, and I thought they would be excited about the work. So I said to myself, okay, I don't know where else. Another 7 years went by. Of the public library, and the motor was already running. I said, turn go. Who knows what he will say? I walked into his office and I bounced this ball in front of him. Where are you? I said to him, this is Earth. If the post office tower is the sun. And he said, just about fell off the chair because he was excited about this universe and so on, TV shows and so on. And he was really excited. This guy was excited. And so was I, you see. So, and then he said, well, we got to go ahead with this, you see. And he even allotted money for it, which we never used. And he assigned a person to the job. And that person was not released. So days went by. And there was a phone call from, and she said, this file is on my desk. What is this all about? I said, I will gladly come and see you and talk about it. So we formed the first committee, what do you call it? I don't know. Lisa Weeks and Barbara and I, and we thought about, well, what can we do, you see? So we thought, well, let's start with Jupiter, which is the biggest planet, and put that because it's at the U of L, and if we can get it into the U of L, the other planets might come along with donations and so on, you see. That was the idea. And fair enough, I don't know, after another 15 meetings at the university as to locate the Jupiter statue, which was that configuration right here. That was the original configuration of the ideas, because it came from my nephew in Halifax, who I seconded, who was a commercial artist, and he came up with about 10, 15 ideas, and we thought this was the prettiest. And here's another lesson for all of you. Just because it's pretty doesn't mean it's practical, okay? So we spent, I don't know, 2 or 3 years trying to find a home for this. And then I all of a sudden, and the budget for this was about $8,000 for all 8 years, and we didn't have a penny. So, so then I had a phone call from, an email from Brian Tedder, who's a member of the Astronomy Society, and his son. Talk about serendipity again. His son is in Prague, going for a walk on the river. Which river it goes through Prague? Is it Volga? I can't remember. And he said he saw the solar system project there. Oh, that's rather interesting. Let's have a look at this, you see. So he sent us a website of it, and we checked it out. And theirs was very simple. It was just a stick in the ground, well, a pile in the ground, and then the dome on top, and a plaque on the inside. Well, this will serve us very well. And that was the idea. That's how we changed it. So we essentially threw this away. System, which made it March, something like this. So that that's the history of the construction and the locations of it. Of course, we still needed the money, didn't we? We didn't have a penny, okay? So somehow, Tony was moved from the library over to City Hall, and I'm sure he had coffee with a lot of people, and he talked about this and talked about, and all of a sudden he has so much information out of the solar system project out of City Hall. I said, well, I never talked to these people. It's sort of, it's just percolated through the system, you see. So, and I said, that's really good news that people are at least talking about it. And then we ran into Laurie Harrison. I think she's just left. She had to leave. Her husband was at the convocation at the university. Anyway, so, she really embraced this project. In fact, I only know 2 people who were not in favor of this project. Everybody else was in favor of it. And I thought, well, keep going, you know, as he hurry up because I want this finished before I croak, you see. So, I think we just made it. So here we are, and we needed money, and Laurie knew how to apply for money. She knew where to apply for money, and she got the money. And at this stage, I think I will pass it over to Tom Anderson, our hard-working president, for no penny, I mean, there's a lot of work going on in the city, and people don't get a penny for it, and that's just fine. This is okay. But anyway, it's Tom's turn to now tell you where all these statues are and where they came from and where the money came from. Okay, Tom, you take over. I'm sure I forgot all sorts of things and I will be sorry, but anyway, that's how life is, isn't it?
For that really engaging presentation. That was excellent. And thank you for being the originator of this idea. It's a very, very powerful idea, and as you say, one of the unique things about this project is that it is contained within the city. It's embedded in our lives. Most of the solar system projects that I'm aware of, they're out in a forest, or they are so huge that you could not see the whole thing in a day, or 2 days, or 3 days. So I think we're very lucky that the scaling for us happened to work out so conveniently and make it so accessible to the people of Lethbridge and to tourists. So anyway, to pick up where Klaus left off, Laurie was instrumental in guiding us towards organizations that could potentially provide funding for this project. And was the support that we got from the Community Foundation of Lethbridge in southwestern Alberta. Caitlin and Charlene are sitting right over there. Thank you so much. Once you get an important piece of the funding in place, other people want to jump on board. So it was absolutely critical that we got that first piece of major funding. TELUS gave us some money, Richardson LLC, and Work Brothers Construction were the other major funders for the base level of each installation. After we got the funding in place, we did a presentation to City Hall. This is in 2019, and the city gave us approval to put the models on the land that the city owns. So essentially that's the downtown area. Those are called the inner planets. So it's everything from the sun out to Mars. The inner planet is a legitimate astronomical term. So things happen for us very conveniently. They all happen to be downtown. After we got the city approval, we approached MPE Engineering, and they did the technical drawings for the monuments. And the other thing that Laurie linked us up with was, the other person, a very talented person, was Keaton Bosch, who designed the plaques and did just a fabulous job on them. So anyway, with the drawings in hand and with some help from Dean Romero from the city, we were able to spot them at the precise locations in town here. that will correspond to the orbits of the planets. And one thing I want to stress here, just for clarity, and Klaus brings this up all the time, the planets are moving. Our monuments aren't. So they're just marking a spot on a big circle, okay, but they're actually moving in space. Anyway, we connected up with Board Industries and Trevor, Team Trevor. Where's Trevor? He's here. Yeah, hi. Who did just a fabulous job putting these things together from the drawings. Just excellent, highly skilled metal workers, and they did just a superior job. The polishing and the finishing was done by Outlaw Metal Polishing and he's out in Fort McLeod. And I think they look fabulous. They're really excellent. And here's an example right here. I'll say more about this one later. And we have the plaques designed by Keaton Bosch. They came from my organization called Outdoor Museum in Calgary. They're weatherproof. They're guaranteed for a long time. So we're very happy. I'd like to take you on a little imaginary journey around the solar system, give you an idea of what the planets are in my model, and give you a little information about each of the planets. So the first one is Mercury, and it's about the width of a dime. Okay, so it's a really small planet, about the same size as our moon, as a matter of fact. And it's located right out front, the main door of the downtown library. Excellent location, and thank you for providing a really good site for that, because not only is it in front of the library, but it is a direct line of sight to the sun, to the dome on the clock tower. So you can get a really good, easy size comparison going. Next on the list is Venus, and it's about the size of Earth, about 2 inches, and it is located just up the street from City Hall. If you go past the cenotaph and a little bit further to and then you head on down the street, and you'll find Earth and the Moon just before you get to the fire station. Earth again about 2 inches. The Moon is 5 feet away, and that's the correct scale distance. So when you hear about the Artemis program that NASA is spending billions and billions and billions of dollars on, they're actually only going this far. Right? Mars is located outside of the main doors of the Galt Museum. Excellent location, and thanks to the Galt for providing that. Good sight line to the dome again. Klaus was talking about serendipity. Another really interesting thing about serendipity with this particular model is that if you work out, okay, at this scale of this model, what would the speed of light look like? How fast would light travel in this walking speed, right? If you imagine walking from the sun to the Earth model, it takes about 8 minutes. That's how long it takes light to get from the sun to Earth. So the speed of light is walking speed, as far as we're concerned with the model. It's pretty cool. If you hop on a bicycle or one of those new e-scooters, you're going warp speed, okay? All right? Anyway, now we go across the river. We get to Jupiter, which is at the Science Commons building. It's like this. And again, a good sight line to the sun on top of the clock tower, which is getting very small now. You can barely see it, but you can see it. But it gives you an idea of how big our solar system is, because we're just a Jupiter. We got a long way to go yet. Okay, the university. So we are very appreciative of that financial support from the university. And now we come to Saturn, this spectacular model that was designed by Daniel Heaton. As you can imagine, the model of Saturn is the installation by a long shot. You've got a hollow sphere, you've got a 5-foot diameter set of rings, and you don't have any visible supports on it. Dan Cronick worked out some of the engineering problems in actually making that work. But, absolutely brilliant design and great engineering work. I see it still standing in spite of all the windstorms that we've had, and may it continue to still stand for decades to come. And the other really important thing, the Lethbridge installation, and we are extremely appreciative of that. There was no way we could have come anywhere close to this with the budget that we had. So thanks to the Lethbridge School Division. Next on the list is Uranus, and that is out at Broxburn Vegetables and Cafe, out towards Coaldale. And Paul and Hilda de Jong provided a really nice space outside their main doors into the cafe so that weary solar system travelers can go inside and get some refreshments while you're there, because you still have a long way to go. You've got to go all the way out to Park Lake. And you know what? The drive from Coaldale over the bridge to Iron Springs and then to it's a wonderful afternoon. Neptune was the Roman god of the sea. But did you know his first gig was the god of fresh water? Okay, and here in southern Alberta, we have a high respect for fresh water, right? So how appropriate that Neptune should be out at Park Lake, right? We're really thankful about that. Anyway, so that's the Neptune. It is 18 kilometers now away from the sun. And remember that our sun, the model, is only 5.5 meters in diameter, so it's actually not that big when you figure it takes 18 kilometers to get out to the orbit. Mind-bending, I think, that the solar system is that big. Anyway, back home in Lethbridge, I have exciting news that Andrew Malcolm, who's heading up the Lethbridge BRZ, is putting in a very large display sign at the Royal Bank across the street from our sun model. It's going to be like that. And he was able to spearhead that and get that space for us. So again, thank you for the support that we've had from the city for that. So that's kind of it for our solar system tour. I'd like to leave you with a closing thought that I think may kind of impress home the point of the solar system model. Astronomers tell us that the universe has more stars than all of the grains of sand on all the deserts on Earth. There are more stars than that. And within that mind-boggling, huge number, because it has a planet around it called Earth, which has intelligent life. It's the only place in the universe where we know for sure there is intelligent life. And as intelligent beings, we get to go outside at night and look up and soak in the incredible beauty and wonder about the cosmos and our place in it. And it's our hope that by going out and experiencing the solar system model, it will bring you a step closer to understanding and a step closer to appreciating the beautiful Earth that we have. So thank everybody who is here that supported this project.
Thank you, Tom. It's actually a great segue into the next segment. When we first met, when Tom and Klaus first approached Daniel and I about possibly hosting this here, they said it would be great to get some student participation, and is there a way maybe they can do some visuals, maybe make some posters of all the different planets? And I said, I'll do you one better. We have some amazingly talented students at this school with audio-visual things. We're going to make a nice tour of the solar system on video. Cecilia, who is one of those pretty amazingly talented videographer, and he's going to talk about the process. We've got the video. I was hoping it was going to stay a little bit cloudy because it's a little bit difficult to see on the TV, but you'll still see it, and we'll talk where you can find it after that. So, Reed.
Hello, everyone. I'm Reed DeCilia. I was approached by Bill to create a video showcasing this wonderful public works project we have here in Lethbridge, the scale model. So filming for this over 2 days, and editing was over the course of a few weeks. It was a really fun video to film because it was a road trip across Lethbridge, like historical locations. Got to go all the way out to Park Lake. So really fun project to film and to edit. I'm really grateful to be given the opportunity to be a part of an amazing project in our community. And I hope you enjoy the video. so much. If you'd like a copy of the video, just come approach me after your email address and send it off to you. But thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Reed. And Reed, that's up on YouTube, right, as well? So we'll make sure that that's available to everybody. Videographer is okay with that. That's I do highlight. It was unfortunately because of the sun a little bit difficult to see, but it's an amazing video. We're super proud of Reed. Super proud of the job he did with that. And he's not busy at all. When he's not busy doing that, he's stage managing our current production, working in our tech theater. So yeah. Oh yeah, no, he's, like I said, we have some amazingly talented kids here. So thanks very much for that. Absolutely. And to finish up with the afternoon, we'd like to invite up Mayor Blaine Higgins for some closing remarks.
On behalf of Lethbridge City Council, I'm excited to be here to celebrate this launch, and I got to tell you, this project has definitely been talked about, as was mentioned by Klaus and others, for quite some time. And to finally, and as a matter of fact, so much time I remember starting on council 8 years ago, and the discussion starting at that time when Tony was at that time over at the library and further moved over to City Hall. So the work was quite interesting. And I got to tell you, the presentation, what sells it is those presentations, because you hit it spot on. It was amazing how the enthusiasm Faust you have and Tom, just the excitement that you share with us. It's fantastic. The City of Lethbridge and the Lethbridge Astronomy Society has enjoyed more than 30-year partnership, and we look forward to continued collaborations and working together. Great educational value for our residents. What a unique way to showcase the solar system through a Lethbridge-centric lens. With the top of the historic post office tower downtown, you get to see both the center of our city and the center of the model solar system. It sets a scale of the other planets throughout the city and beyond, with, as mentioned, others located at the Lethbridge main branch, Galt Museum, Fire Headquarters, University of Lethbridge, as well as what's mentioned in Brock Springs. It truly gives you a perspective of the size earlier. It's mind-boggling. It was brought up numerous times, and it's hard to fathom the walking distance between these different planets and the actual time that it takes if you're not on a scooter. How large our solar system is. And then the comment about the stars. My mind is still blown on that one. It's unbelievable. You know, I've been saying a lot lately that Lethbridge is the gateway to opportunity. You know, I say we're the agricultural, the commercial, the financial, the transportation center, of Southern Alberta. Let's make sure everyone knows this, but why don't we add the space as just another option? So this is super exciting. So thank you all for being here today, and I can't thank you enough. The video, wow, Reed, amazing, great job. Everything just puts it into perspective. Well done. It's great to see the work that was there. I know you mentioned you shot over a couple of days, weeks to put this together. The appreciation that we all have, I'm sure, is
Thank you, Mayor Higgins. That concludes our launch of the solar system project for this afternoon. I'd just like to say thank you to all of you for coming out. Thank you to the media for coming out and joining us for this celebratory occasion. This is up and running. ago, we were so to have Saturn, our main pieces in our showcase out front. So we're so happy to be part of that. So thank you very much. I'd just like to say thank you very much to some of my colleagues and students who helped set up today and our King class. One more. Okay.
I want to highlight one. A few years ago, remember, I looked up the Lethbridge Herald and it was on the front page that the federal building was sold. I said, oh my God, there goes our sun. Yeah? But good news is that Somus Real Estate are in total favor of the Lethbridge. I call it now the Lethbridge Sun. And they are supportive of everything that city does and astronomy does. So that's good news.
You definitely don't want to lose the sun, that's for sure. All right, well, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us on this really nice afternoon, and have a great rest of your day. And there's still some coffee and water at the back. You're welcome to stay around for a few minutes and have a chat and talk to the Lethbridge Astronomy Society and the organizers for sure. I just will warn you at about 3:10, on their way. You're welcome to be here, just fair warning.